series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Jaguars at 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. If you look at this Jaguar defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room there.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. More Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Running out of the gun with ETN. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In motion goes the tight end. These two teams all tied after 1. Now a first down throw, Watson. And complete to Drake London. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
London moved the chain, something he did 48 times as a rookie last season. First receiver taken a 2022 draft, finished with almost 900 yards in the league's 2nd worst passing offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Watson going to change the look here. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A good pickup there at 22.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Right back to Pitts again. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Coup now for the point after. he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. A gain there of 21 yards.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
ETN up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you...
Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Jags are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. But right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now it's Watson. Got London on a slam. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the draw, Robinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Watson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Falcons! Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's out wide here for Robinson. Oh, look at him. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. That's brought in downfield by London. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Lawrence. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Time to get back to it. And for the call of the 2nd half, here's Brandon Gaud.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. That's caught by Chosen. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Watson. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Jaguars 14. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The left side completion to Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Zay Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Falcons 42, Jaguars 21.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Full to run show Fatukasi there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Into the hands of London. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jaguars 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is chosen. He's got him. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Chosen. 29 yards. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectful. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Deshaun Watson, 28 yards. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the 4th quarter, with how wide this advantage is, for this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
ETN once more. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 17. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run with ETN. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man, complete, inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Red on red.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. No gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Lawrence to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. It's Miller, complete. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Watson. Over the middle, caught by London. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
From the red zone now, Watson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Watson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about it. There he goes, left side. line. He's across midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 47 yards. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to